Hello again. Today's video is a serious one, an important one which I have planned to make for months, mentally rehearsing in my mind what I should or shouldn't say. And at the end of the day, I still really don't know what I should say, but I just know that it has to be said. I can't put this off any longer. I don't want to put this off any longer. For those of you who are friends with me on Facebook and you've seen the Facebook post, well, this is the video, and things in this video are going to sound pretty darn similar to the Facebook post. And as a matter of fact, I have the Facebook post here in front of me. I'm pretty much going to be reading off it for this video because there's no need of reinventing the wheel. Some of you are going to find this possibly way out of left field. You're possibly going to find this really unexpected. This may be hard to hear for some of you. You might find it upsetting. I get that. I'm sorry. But it still has to be said, and I think in the end, I hope every single one of you can understand that this is very, very real and very important, and I just hope that in the end, nobody treats me with any less kindness than you've all always treated me. And I think, if I've learned anything of my over 8 years on YouTube, it's been that I have somehow seemed to have cultivated a very level-headed and open-minded viewer base. So I hope that is proven here in the comments of this video. So here's the thing. Here's the story. For the past couple of years, I have had personal struggles surrounding my gender identity. I kept it mostly repressed. Once I realized that was indeed what was going on, I kind of repressed it. I tried making up excuses as to what it could be. I thought maybe it was a phase, the obligatory, oh, it's just a phase. I thought of that, and I thought, well, maybe it's just a fetish. I thought, well, maybe it's just because I've never been in a relationship. I have never been in a relationship. If you've been watching me for 8 years, you've never seen a significant other in any of my videos, and that's because I've never had one. Whatever. And anyway, I came up with all these excuses that, it must not be gender issues. It must be something else. Well, eventually, it kind of bubbled up to the point where a few weeks before the summer started, I went to my school's mental health service for what I thought was depression. And it was actually Mom who had noticed these symptoms in me, and she thought I might have had depression, and she was the one who pushed me to go see someone, and I said, fine, I'll do it. And I went and saw someone for what was supposed to be depression. Well, eventually, it wasn't long into that session with the person I saw that the cat was kind of let out of the bag, and I mentioned these issues that I had been having regarding my gender identity, and basically by the end of the 50 minutes or whatever it was, she said, you need to see someone that specializes in gender dysphoria, and you need to do it ASAP. And she gave me the contact information of a therapist who specializes in gender and sexual health. Over the past few months, starting in the summertime, I saw this therapist, and basically, by the end of the summer, she had learned about me enough and had heard, what I talked about enough, that she said that she was comfortable suggesting to me that I look into a gender transition. And she said if I feel that it's right for me, and I think that it is right for me, and so this is what I've decided to do, is start a gender transition. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it. For the past several months, I've been slowly working towards this. I still don't know like what I actually want in the end. I don't think very many people who go through this do. So I don't know if, because like I don't have the stereotypical, wake up one day and decide I want to be a woman. Most people don't. That's a stereotype of transgender people. So I'm not really sure yet what I am, but I know what I'm not, and I know therefore what direction I need to head in. So this is what I'm doing. I'm kind of scared and worried about what I'm in for. This is a big, I suppose you could call it life-changing, but not really when you get down to it. But it's definitely going to be a big change in my life, and it's going to introduce some new risks for my well-being and stuff like that. But I have never felt so much better about myself, my personal self, than I have these past few months making this realization about myself. And as a matter of fact, when I look back at my past, back to my high school years and even younger, I see now so many signs of things that, I thought or said or done way back then that kind of relate to what I'm going through now. And it's been very revealing. I think that I've had this problem for most of my life. I think I've been merely masquerading as a man for 22 years. And it's made me so happy realizing, what's going on inside me. It's hard to explain, but all I can say is it answers so many questions about, myself and who I am and stuff like that. And it's just been able to put to rest so many, bad feelings I had about myself. And it's only been these last few months that I've realized how badly I actually needed this. I always felt that pretty much my whole life, I always felt that there was something fundamentally incorrect with how my life was, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. And I think this might have been it. Again, I'm not 100% sure. It's impossible to be 100% sure about something as big as this, but I'm certainly going to try it and see if that's indeed the answer. So this is what's going on with me. I wanted to let you guys know this. A few days before filming this video, I came out on Facebook, and everybody was just unanimously supportive. I couldn't believe the amount of support I got from people. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm so thankful I've got such a wonderful group of real life friends, and hopefully I can say the same about my internet acquaintances as well. Yeah, I guess I think if you're keen, especially if you follow me on Instagram, surely some of you have seen this. Something's been up with me. Well, you would have to have been if you've ever looked at my Instagram profile. I think the first words on my Instagram profile description are gender neutral. I basically stuck that there to see if anybody would pick up on it and ask me about it. So hopefully some of you have noticed that something's up with me, and anyway, if you did, then this is your answer. For the record, I currently identify as what they call non-binary, which means that I am somewhere in between male and female. I decided this really early on. I put it mostly as a placeholder. I'm clearly not in a position where I can say I'm a woman. Probably a lot of people would be. I'm not so brave and ambitious. So I currently call myself non-binary, meaning somewhere between man and a woman, because that's the gender binary, man and a woman, male and female. And that could change as my transition progresses. I may decide later, you know what, I may settle into femininity so well that I am comfortable calling myself a female, but that's a dynamic thing, and I think I'll revise that if need be as it goes on. What else? I'm not on hormones yet. I was supposed to be on hormones earlier this month, but I went into the clinic where the doctor there prescribes, he's an endocrinologist, so he prescribes hormones for transgender people. And earlier this month, I went into the clinic for what I thought and hoped would be to pick up my prescription, and it turns out there's something wrong with my blood. You have a blood test to obviously check your hormone levels, in my case, my testosterone, and other things, and they check your general health as well. And yeah, my blood's screwed up. My white blood cell count showed high, and my platelet count showed high. So I didn't get the prescription. Instead, I have to get another blood test to see if the same thing shows up again. When I had gotten that blood test, I had just been over what I think was the flu for a few days, so hopefully that was the reason. If that's not, and this second blood test, which I have next week, shows the same thing, then at the very least, we'll now know that something's wrong with me, something's wrong with my blood, and that needs to be fixed, because otherwise I never would have known about this. I feel just fine, so obviously I never would have gotten myself checked for anything. So either way, hopefully it'll all come out in the wash, and I'm hoping by the end of November I'll be on hormones. That would be excellent. I'm very anxious. I'm so impatient. I want to get this started. Pronouns, I've told people you can keep using male pronouns if you want. I personally, for myself, now use they. And if you want to use they, that's fine as well. No name change in the plan for now. No surgeries in the plan, probably never, but like I said, things could change later down the road. What else? Yeah, I should put this out there, I understand that some of you, perhaps most of you, probably have no idea what being transgender means and what it entails and what it means for the person and stuff like that. I want all you guys to know that this is not changing me as a fundamental person. This is just to better align what I feel in my head with how my body is and how I present myself physically and emotionally and stuff like that. I am not changing into some different person. My hobbies are going to be the same, and my aspirations and my values and my hopes and fears and all that stuff is going to be the same, because they're a core fundamental part of myself, just like this new stuff is also a core fundamental part of myself, I've discovered. So if you're wondering, well, what the heck, what are videos made by Transgender Trent gonna be like? Watch the videos for the past 8 months, because I've been going through this for the past 8 months, and you can see not much has really changed. So that's, I don't worry about it in the end as far as, YouTube and stuff's concerned. I have no plan of changing that or it's very unlikely that my hobbies and the things I love are gonna change, because they're ingrained into my DNA. Yeah, I'm staring at the post here, and that's I think that's all that I wanted to to say. So I hope everyone, every single person who watches this video, I hope you can come to understand what this means, and I hope that you realize that this is very imperative to my well-being. This is a mental health issue. That's literally what it is. And I hope in the end everybody can understand what this is and know that it's real and it's important, and that I absolutely have to do this 100%. And I hope you can be excited for, what comes of this. I'm certainly excited. I'm a little scared, but I'm excited as well. But I'm very happy, and I look forward to see what comes of this, how I change and stuff like that. If you don't quite understand this, or you want more information about what it means to be transgender, my recommendation really is to go to Reddit. There's several transgender boards on Reddit. There's r Transgender, r Ask Transgender, RMTF, which is the transgender board for male to female, MTF, and likewise there's RFTM, female to male, because there are biologically female people who transition to be a man as well. And I recommend the same. If you're watching this video and you're in the same boat I am, also go to those Reddit boards I just mentioned, but also get yourself to a therapist, counselor, whatever you want to call it, ASAP. Do not prolong this any longer than it has to be. What else? I want to document this gender transition. I want to document it online. I want to document the physical changes I undergo, the mental and emotional changes that I undergo as time goes on, and the kind of things I do, the new things I try, in this next chapter of my life and stuff like that. I want to document this sort of stuff online. So what I plan on doing is, first of all, I've made a second Instagram account. I'm on Instagram, The Maritime Man. Follow me if you want to on Instagram. But I've made a second Instagram account. It's called becoming.me.0. I wanted to call it Becoming Me, but literally every permutation of the username Becoming Me had already been taken. So it's becoming.me.0, number 0. That's a second new Instagram account I've made. It's there. It's got one post on it, introductory photo. On that Instagram account, I'm going to be documenting. It's mostly going to be pictures of myself, pictures of my body to show the physical changes that happen as a result of the hormones. But I'm also going to use the Instagram account as an opportunity to talk about the mental and emotional changes I undergo, the new things I try, be it clothing, makeup, whatever. When it gets to that point, I'm not at that point yet. I want to be soon. And just stuff like that. So there's that second Instagram account. Also, I think I'm gonna use the Maritime Man 2, my YouTube channel, the Maritime Man 2, to document this stuff as well. Probably not at the same frequency as the Instagram account. I think I'll use the Maritime Man 2 to make videos much like this one, where I sit down and talk about the changes that I've observed and, show them if necessary on video and stuff like that. So I think I'll do that on the Maritime Man 2. And I think I'll be posting a lot of related photos to this new Instagram account, becoming.me.0. So you don't have to worry about a bunch of transgender stuff being posted on this channel or on my main Instagram account. I have no plan of doing that because I understand that people haven't followed me here and on Instagram for that stuff. They follow me for the hobby stuff that I do. So this is all I wanted to talk about in this video. To those of you who I've already spoken to about this, you've all been unanimously supported, and that means the world to me. It means so much. It makes me feel so much better, puts my mind and my heart at ease a little bit. And I hope for the rest of you that are learning this for the first time that you can ultimately come to understand and accept this, and be glad that I have discovered this and am now on my way to becoming a more happier, truer version of myself. So that's all. Thank you very much for listening. Normal videos will resume on this channel after this. I haven't been very good at making videos lately because of school. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for listening and for your understanding. And I'll say thanks in advance for any words of support I get in the comments or messages or whatever. It all means so much. So thank you. And I'll see you later.